Well, thank you all again for being here. It was a privilege to have you and to share in the festivities and all of the wonderful ladies that I would like you all to give a huge round of applause for my cavalcade of stars. They came from all over the place to be here with you today. So a big hand. That's right. All right. Well, in 1962, a delivery doctor grabbed me by my ankles, smacked me on my rear end, looked at my genitals, and said, "It's a boy." Well, they gendered me then. They called my sex. But they cannot call my gender. I'm in control of that. Whatever's happening in the world today in the socio-political tornado that's ripping through our United States, I just got to say, on behalf of the trans community, we won't be erased. We're still going to be here. We've always been here since the beginning of history. And it's nothing new. And, Schuylkill County has been wonderful in opening up and showing their support of the LGBTQ plus community. And I've got to say, in the years that I've been back, I hid. I'd spent almost 20 years out in Southern California. And in most of those years, I had gone through a little bit of a transition, kind of worked my personality, who I was, brought her out. Thank you. And all for nothing, as I wrapped up my life in California and came back to Schuylkill County. Being brought up here in this area, I kind of had a feel for what the climate was, with people's, perception of who we are and what we try to be in our daily lives. And, it was harsh. And so because of that thought in the back of my head, I detransitioned to come back here and live my life the way that society wanted me to do, and so I feared what might happen. So I hid for a really long time. It was 9 long years, 7 actually, 7 years until I decided to, enough was enough. I was going to, go through with continuing my transition, and it was with the help of the VA system, that came to me and said, "We have a marvelous trans program. Would you like to, participate?" And I'm like, "Absolutely." And so I got back on track with that. Secretly, I was still under the radar. And if it weren't for the help of my one of my best friends and coworkers, and she's a performer here today, Miss Serena Q. She's always been my biggest, voice that rung in my head. She said to me on a daily basis, like, "Girl, what are you doing? Live your life, live your fantasy." And with her, completely, just ripping me, just about every day she saw me. And with the death of a very close friend, I realized that life was too short. And I said, "Mikaela's back." And so I went to my management and at work, and they were very, very supportive, and they said, "Bring her out, roll her out, be who you are." And so being at Boscov's and working, for the clinique department, I found that I had more and more allies. The exact opposite occurred of what I expected. I didn't get the hate, I got the love. Everybody came after me and wanted to know the story. So I started to educate, and I started to bring awareness in a way that I didn't expect to, but it happened. Thank you. You guys are great. I love you. So, I got to tell you all that are standing down in this pit that this community supports us, supports you. Don't be afraid. Be who you are. Fly your colors, fly your flag. Be proud. Because we have a community. Come on up, girls. This is lovely. You know, this is it. This is what it's all about. It's about the generations that are coming up behind us. And here you see what's happened in Schuylkill County. And I got to tell you what happened. This happened 2 weeks ago. I started putting this thing together 2 weeks, and look what happened. It was born of a passion, something that I've been researching for many years, and what that research, revealed was that there were just too many of us losing our lives over, who we are. The hate out there, and it just, continues to grow. With the recent, news of Dominique Fells, when I woke up on Sunday morning and I heard about this, I just completely broke down. I was just a slobbery mess. And when I calmed down several hours later, I got on Facebook and I made a declaration. I said, I'm going to bring pride to Pennsylvania. And here you are. Look at you guys. I'm going to bring pride to Schuylkill County, Pottsville. And I hope that this is the first of many to come. We will improve on this. This wasn't the most perfect setup, but it was our setup. You guys helped make it possible. And I want to clue you in on one thing. This is very important. That this whole event is crowdfunded. I went on Facebook, I started a Facebook fundraiser. 90%. Now I raised $2,000 for this in the 2 weeks. And here's what it's all about. 90% of the contributors were allies. 90% were allies. And because of them, we're here today doing our thing. And I hope you're all having a good time. Are we having a good time? I don't want to bore you with too many more details. I think we all know what the score is. We had a beautiful day even though it rained. We had no resistance. I think that we conquered Schuylkill County. And you know what? It's just the beginning. There's going to be a lot more. Just look to us in the future. And I don't want to, bore you anymore with speeches. I want some more show. We have still a hot lineup to go through. So, ladies and gentlemen, and everybody in between, be who you are. Be proud. And fly your flags, all right? Everybody, enjoy the show.
Mikaela, we need you to stay up here. Let's push this up. Let's push this up. Get up here. Yeah, let's get rid of the noise thing. Pottsville, are we having a great time this evening? Let's give it up for Mikaela, who put this all together in 2 weeks. And anybody who knows me knows sometimes I have good ideas. But I was talking to Serena and I said, we have to show a way that us performers, the community here in Pottsville, can show our appreciation to Mikaela for doing everything she has done for us this last 2 weeks. And we figure there's no better way to show our appreciation to her than to crown you the first ever Miss Pottsville Pride. So for the next 365 days, not only as the creator, the person that is going to put on Pottsville Pride 2021, she's also going to be the reigning queen for Pottsville Pride and kick off a legacy. Thank you for everything, Mikaela. Thank you for having me. Thank you for having all of us. Thank you for having all of them out there, because without them, we couldn't be here. Can you get it in the hole, Serena? Is it in? Give it up for your Miss Pottsville Pride 2020, Miss Mikaela. Come on out tonight to the AMVETS for the after party. She will be opening our show this evening as the queen. Mikaela, would you like to say anything while we all get changed? Can you keep it together and say anything else? Are you sure? Serena, would you like to say anything? You did help her put all of this together.
Hi. I just want to say thank you for coming out. Thank you for supporting Mikaela. She worked really, really hard these past 2 weeks to put this together. We had such a small little skeleton crew. And honestly, today couldn't be possible without all of you for showing up. And I hope that you show up next year as well. Because we're going to continue this. We're going to spread love. And we are going to show the world that we're beautiful.
Watch Powered by Rainbows Season 3, only on MHP TV.